Hey guys, it's Jessica. First things first, I am not a YouTuber, so keep that in mind while watching this video. My video skills while baking with children, it was interesting. But the girls and I had fun making a video of 3 of our favorite healthy snacks and how to make them. They're healthy and super easy to make. Your kiddos can help you with it. We made a garbanzo bean snack, a mini apple pie snack or dessert. Totally passes as a dessert. And then the third one is a healthy smoothie popsicle. So all 3 are super easy. Takes about 45 minutes from start to finish if you get all of your ingredients first ready to go and everything. So we hope you enjoy. All right, so for the first recipe, this is pretty much everything you'll need. Garbanzo beans, that's the main thing. I'm going to use olive oil, cumin, onion powder, and paprika. I would normally use garlic powder as well, but we are out. So those are the ingredients that I'm using today for that. The apple crumble pie, I am going to be using cut up apples, cinnamon. These are some oats. I'm using cashews. The original recipe that I originally found uses walnuts, but I'm not a walnut fan. These are date crumbles. Original recipe calls for dates, but we had crumbles, so that works great. Some yogurt. You don't need a ton. I kind of just eye everything. I don't measure everything, so I apologize for that. And then just a small amount of cream cheese. Works best if it's at room temperature or softened at least, but I've done it cold. And then I use honey instead of sugar, so that I don't have to add any sugar. But you can use sugar if you want. And then the last one is some yogurt, whatever kind of fruit or vegetables that you want. We're using blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and then I'm going to toss some chia seeds in there with some milk. So with these, I would normally put spinach in it as well, but we are out because we're living the quarantine life. So really you can use whatever fruits and vegetables that you have and want to put in. And then I'm using these to turn them into the popsicles. So I've got my little chefs in the kitchen here. Skylar, age 6, and Sophie,
age 1.
Age 1, 18 months. So they're great helpers. So Skylar is going to tell us step 1. What did we do first at the sink?
Step 1, we washed our hands in the sink.
Guys, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Very important. Then
we poured the garbanzo beans into one of these. If you guys have one.
A strainer.
Yeah, a strainer. If you guys have one, and if you guys don't have a strainer, you guys can use something else that is like little tiny holes that water can flow through on the bottom.
That's right. So we rinsed the garbanzo beans in the sink, and now we're going to pour them onto a baking sheet. Sophie, no eating the yogurt yet. All right. Next, Skylar is going to sprinkle some olive oil over the garbanzo beans. I'm telling you guys, I am not a filmer. Yep. All right, that's probably good. And then we are going to sprinkle some paprika and some onion powder on them. Our house is not very clean, so my apologies if you see it in the back. Not too much, just a little. There you go, that's probably perfect. Sophie, you sprinkle some onion powder over the garbanzo beans. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Perfect, that's good. Can you put it back up now? Whoa, Sophie likes some onion powder. Good job, thank you. Look, now we can go like this. You pinch it and sprinkle it over. Pinch it, sprinkle it over. All right, so that's obviously way too much onion powder, but that's okay. That's what happens when you're baking with your littles. Why? I don't know how to get the best view on this. Okay, and then we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of the cumin onto them. I'm gonna do this one since there's three and there's 3 of us. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I do it for you? There will be more things to do. So I've seen different recipes where you can do all sorts of different flavorings. So you can do whatever you want. There's even a cinnamon sugar one. These are just the flavors that I picked for today. So next is the fun and messy part. We're just gonna take our hands and we're gonna mix these all over into the seasonings and the oil. If little things like this come off, that's totally fine. Set them off to the side. Things like that come off when you're straining them, that's also totally fine. Just take them off and put them off to the side. You will want your oven preheated at 375 for this. And I believe we're gonna do 40 minutes of cooking. We will tell you, and by the end of this video, what that temperature looked like though. It's okay. You do not, or I'm sorry, you do want to open the oven and rotate them around a little bit here and there. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this for a minute, take off some of that onion powder so it doesn't burn in the oven. We'll be back. All right, so we got some of the onion powder off of the baking sheet. Our baking sheets and cooking utensils and everything are very well loved, so they're definitely not brand new. So we've spread them out. We are going to put them in the oven at 375 for 40 minutes. We will let you know how that timing works out. While we're doing that, while we wait for that to bake, we will start our other recipes. Hi again. All right, our next recipe is going to be the apple pie crumble snack dessert treat. Yes. These girls have been loving it the past couple days. Also, at the beginning, I forgot to add that you'll want a little bit of water. You don't have to have it, but I think water's pretty easy to come by, and it makes it a little bit easier. So we are going to take our apples. We're going to put them, can you girls help slide them into this pan?
Well, just like slide them in here. Yep. From the tray.
All right, and then Sophie, will you please pour this water into the pan for me? Can you pour that in here? Yeah. Yeah, pour it in. Perfect, thank you. Yep, pull it out. Can you take it out now? It's hard when Mama only has one or no hands. Okay. And then we're going to sprinkle in a little bit of cinnamon. Sophie's a heavy sprinkler, so we're going to put it on that side. Okay, you sprinkle in some cinnamon. We are running low. If you have a cinnamon allergy, I know I have a little guy in my life who is allergic to cinnamon. You can skip the cinnamon. I would add honey if you don't do cinnamon, just because it will give it a little bit more flavor. Thank you, Sophie. So I just kind of eye the cinnamon like that. And then we're going to sprinkle some, or pour some honey in, which is going to be difficult because I have one hand. How do you guys make YouTube videos? I don't even know. Let me see this. There we go. Okay.
We have a honey,
and I thought I had a wooden spoon. No? Would you grab me a spoon real quick, Sky? Okay, so we're going to add honey to this cinnamon apple water. And we are just going to put it on the stovetop. Like this. Sorry, oh my gosh, I'm showing you guys my dirty kitchen. But I'd probably use a little bit more than this actually. Well, you eye it however you want it, whatever you guys think think I want a little bit more. Sophie is 18 months old, so I'm fine with her having honey. I know some people wait until 2 though. So if you don't want to use honey, you can use sugar, or we've done it without any honey or sugar. We normally use red apples and not green apples if we aren't using honey or sugar, just because the green apples can be a little bit sour, but. Okay, so you're gonna just let this simmer, but you want to stir it every so often. So you want to let it simmer until the apples are softened, but are not applesauce. You don't really want applesauce for this. Whoa, it goes this way. I totally forgot, you guys. This was an addition that I came up with on my own, just to add a little bit more nutrition to it. So I just add oats. And I eye it. I don't want the oats to overtake it, but I like there to be the oats in it. So I just add it in with the apples while they're cooking so that they get soft.
And also this stuff is some of this stuff is gonna be healthy.
I think all of these snacks are pretty healthy.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so we have our apples simmering over here on the oven. Our chickpeas are baking. I should probably set a timer so that I don't forget, because we all know how that works. So next we are going to make the cream cheese layer for our treat. So we're going to pour the yogurt in with the cream cheese. You can use whatever kind of yogurt you have.
But we are using a fruit yogurt.
Yeah, ours is a strawberry yogurt, which is kind of random, but that's the only one we had.
No.
No, that wasn't? All right. So then this is where the littles come in really handy. Sophie, this is for you. And then we're just going to crank this up. Oh my goodness.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. Sophie's not a huge fan of the blenders. And this one's okay, Sophie. See, it's not too loud. So you just want to blend it until it's kind of creamy texture. It's okay. Do you need me? Okay, so you're just going to blend it until it's pretty creamy. If it's cold, it's going to be a little bit harder too.
Just sort of going to blend it in a circle.
Blend it in a circle until it's nice and smooth. Okay, so up next, we have our cashews here. We're going to put our cashews into our blender. This blender is not one that I recommend, but it's what I have. So that's what we'll use. And then we have our dates, or our date crumbles. You can use full dates. You might want to cut them up before. If you have a food processor, feel free to use a food processor. This is what I have, so thank you. So this is what we would use. I would normally use more cashews than that, but that was our last bit. Okay, okay, so we're just gonna record this. Sophie's not a fan, I'm sorry. Okay, so you just want it crushed up. We do like our dates kind of chunky, so, but you want the cashews or walnuts or whatever you choose to use crushed up. All right, we are back. Sophie's excited. She just had, what do you have? Cream cheese. It's cream cheese. It's not booger or snot. Don't worry, guys. Okay, so this is our blended up cashew and date mixture. As I said it before, our family loves dates, so we always have extra dates. This is our whipped cream cheese and yogurt, so you can see it's pretty smooth. And then our apples should look just about like this. So they're nice and soft. Mine are kind of, I need to turn it off. Sometimes mine look a little bit more juicy, but I think I needed a little bit more water for that. These will work just fine. So you want them soft, not applesauce soft, unless you like it that way. Then go for it. These recipes are great because they're so adaptable for anyone. Right, Sky? Sky's snacking on something. And then, are you going to come help me with this? Okay, we're back. I am not a YouTuber, you guys. This is ridiculous. All right, so we put a couple scoops of the date cashew crumble on the bottom. Are you sneaking dates?
Oh, I want some.
Sneak some dates.
We love that. Just so you know.
Oh, you're going to sneak some on the bottom. Okay, I think that's perfect for the bottom. Then the next layer, Sophie really likes dates, you guys. Okay, the next layer is going to be the cream cheese yogurt layer. Oh, can you tell Sophie's getting excited? She loves this snack.
Me
And
too.
I'm not very good at this part, but you want to kind of smooth it around. I always get messy and
Don't you dare me.
sticks. This is the perfect amount of stuff to make two or three. Sophie, honey, you're gonna have to wait just a minute. The apples though is more than enough for 2 desserts. So sometimes I just eat the apples, but you can definitely, honey, you gotta wait just a minute.
What's this now?
And then you just put the apples and oats on top, like this. Woo.
And if you're doing it just in one of these, then you could mix it around. And
Yes, the girls like to mix theirs. And then we always put a couple date crumbles on top because they love them. And then I'll show you how much is left in here. So we still have lots of apple stuff. So you can definitely make more filling or more of the crust, and it will make more desserts. We just tend to make 2 for the girls, and then I like to just eat the apples and dates. But sometimes I make more. But there you go. There's those 2. And then they're delicious to eat, right, ladies?
Yep.
Okay, here's one for you. Soph, here's one for you. Do you want me to mix it for you, or are you going to eat it just like that? Okay, go for it. How is it?
It's delicious.
Sophie, how is it? You like it? We were thinking that it would also be good to try this with blueberries instead of apples. So I think that might be what we do next time. So you could use any fruit if you don't have apples or you don't like apples. So yeah, let us know what you think of that one. All right, guys, last but not least, this is super easy. Smoothie pops, popsicles. The kids, Sophie asks for ice cream and treats and stuff, especially if she sees us eating dessert or something. And so I just give her one of these and she loves it. And then they're healthy. So as I said in the intro, I normally will do spinach with these also to add some veggies in, but we're running low on veggies. So I literally just use whatever fruits and vegetables we have. Today these ones will be fruit pops. So I just do some milk. Again, I'm so sorry, I don't measure very well. So I just do milk. This is blackberries and blueberries. Some yogurt, whatever kind of yogurt you want or have.
I really want to make some homemade goat's milk yogurt with an Instant Pot. And I just found out my Instant Pot doesn't have a yogurt button. So I'm going to have to steal my mom's for a day or two. I'm adding some chia seeds. Where's the camera? Oh, I'm adding some chia seeds, if you could see. Oh, come on. You guys, what did I do? There. Maybe. I'm going to add some chia seeds. And then some raspberries. This is, again, the blender. That doesn't work very well, so bear with me. Also, if you notice my blender didn't look super clean, that's because I just didn't even wash it from the apple pie crumbles. And then there's just some date and cashew crumbs in here, which will be fine in the smoothies. So this thing doesn't like, just likes to blend salt. It's okay. It's okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. Look, you see it blending? Yeah? No, not a fan. Not a fan. Okay. Wow, that actually looks pretty smooth. Sometimes I add honey to it. We really add just whatever we feel like it. We like to experiment in the kitchen. So then we have these cool freezer pops. We have a couple different kinds. These ones say KOJI. I don't know. And then there's these ones too. But if you just look up like silicone popsicle things on Amazon, you'll be able to find them. And then I just pour them in. You want to make sure that there's about an inch on the top. Oh, you can hear Sophie. She knows. She loves these. I'm going to leave about an inch on the top, because sometimes when they freeze, they expand. So just pour them in. Stick them in the freezer. And then they're a really good, healthy, and fun treat on a hot summer day. Or a hot spring day, or a cold day, whenever, right, girls? So I will show you a frozen one.
Yes, we will show you a frozen one. That we over.
All right, sorry. Here's a frozen one already that we made earlier. So these ones, for Skylar, she can eat them just straight out of the freezer. For Sophie, I normally will take it out like 5 or 10 minutes before I'm ready for her to eat them. Because then they'll soften up a little bit and it's easier for her. Otherwise, if I forget and she's just ready for one, then I just pop it up like this. And then I flip it over like this. And then it kind of gives her a little bit that she can eat easier. So that's kind of my mom hack for that. Because if you have an 18-month-old and you've attempted a popsicle with them, you probably know that it can be difficult since they have a hard time pushing it up.
Yep.
So yeah.
And this one is, it says...
That's the same type. So yes. We will...
says K-O...
That was our last recipe. When our chickpeas are done, we will pull them out of the oven and we'll show you what they look like and do a taste test.
Yep, goodbye.
All right, so these are fresh out of the oven. They cool pretty quickly, but you can kind of hear how they're crunchy. Girls, come over and be my taste testers. I have two over here cooling off a little bit faster. You come try these for me and tell me if you like them. First, let's see if we can hear it crunch. Ooh. If you have a little one and you're worried about choking, some of these will just naturally split in half pretty easy. Taking off the little things at the beginning like I had shown you will help also. You try it for me, so whoa. How is it? You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that it would be delicious to do like some cinnamon sugar ones one night for dessert or a special treat. But these ones are savory ones. Have fun with seasonings and testing them out. You gonna eat another one? Oh yeah. So yeah, they're very good.
Yeah.
You won't be able to stop eating them. Skylar wanted to tell you something about them.
Yeah, so they do those sounds when you crunch them, and also I like that they're like crunchy and they're supposed to be when you make these kinds.
And they're full of protein.
And you can also make a different one.
That's all we're gonna do today, honey. This girl could bake all day. What do you want? What do you want? You want more? Okay. What? No, would you leave mine alone? This one's my bowl.